from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening, this is a national news broadcast bringing you your stories for tonight. I'm Prashant De Silva.
A very good evening to you indeed. I'm Sharifa Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
A meeting between the President and the Indian Minister of Foreign Affairs. Minister Kanchana Wijesekara says the opposition has so far not presented any proposal regarding reducing the power bill. 50% of the combined allowance granted to police officials through the budget from next week. The UNP Conference also endorses a proposal that Ranil Wickremesinghe should be the common presidential candidate. Anurakumara Dissanayake returns to Sri Lanka after completing an Indian tour. A group of independent candidates of the Imran Khan faction is ahead in the Pakistan general election.
And now on to local stories in detail. The 7th Indian Ocean Conference has ended in Perth City, Australia today.
The keynote address was delivered by President Ranil Wickremesinghe. A meeting between the President and the Indian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar, was also focused on this occasion on the process of bilateral projects currently being implemented. President Ranil Wickremesinghe was also engaged in an observation tour at the Sri Lankan Consular Office in Western Australia today. The President was welcomed on this occasion by Consul General Dr. Rosh Jalage. Extensive attention has been focused on the active contribution to be extended by the staff of the Consul General's office in the process of rebuilding the economy of Sri Lanka.
Minister Kanchana Wijesekara says that the opposition has so far not presented any proposal relating to reducing the electricity bill. He's made these remarks at a media briefing at the Ministry of Power and Energy today. Opinions have also been expressed on this occasion regarding the bringing down of the power bill. Minister Kanchana Wijesekara said that they have sent their proposals to the Electricity Board and that the CEB and the Public Utility Commission are discussing on the contents of the proposals. Reduction in the power bill has also been proposed. The minister further said that they would be in a position to make a comment only after the consideration of the reduction of charges by the Public Utility Commission and inform their decision. The minister also said that the opposition leader is saying that the power charges are too high. He added that he had requested the opposition leader and other groups in the opposition to hand him over their proposals, but said that he has not received any such proposal until today. Minister Kanchana Wijesekara has also expressed opinion regarding the survey report on the increasing on the electricity charges. Minister Kanchana Wijesekara said that they acknowledge the fact that the electricity bills are too high. Yet he added that the report was based upon factors misguiding the general public. The institutions that were involved in investigations that electricity charges increases are applicable only to those using 100 units or 300 units. The minister said that they wanted to know from the institute conducting investigations how many consumers are using more than 90 units. He added that according to their findings, less than 500,000 consumers use more than 90 units. There are more than 155,000 consumers who use less than 90 units. There are around 2 million consumers using 0 and 30 units. Between 31 and 6 units, there is around 1.8 million consumers. The minister further said that they have a suspicion whether this institution was engaged in a survey in its attempt to fulfill the ambitions of a political party during the period leading to an election. The minister has also pointed out on this occasion on the restructuring of the Ceylon Electricity Board. Minister Kanchana Wijesekara also said that he is challenging any person, including Ranjan Jayalal, to file a complaint if any fraud had been committed by himself or by the political authority. The minister further said that there had been instructions to close bill counters in such an event. The restructuring process will be carried forward, and he has also pointed out the need to digitalize the payment system.
Minister of Public Security Tiran Ollas requests the general public to join hands to build a country devoid of vices by setting aside all differences. Participating in a program to enlighten community police units in Panadura, he has called upon the masses to bravely come forward to inform of any anti-social activity. The event has taken place at the Sumangala Vidyalaya in Panadura. Acting IGP Deshabandhu Thennakone as well as group representing 13 police stations in the Panadura Police Division have participated in the program. Acting IGP Deshabandhu Thennakone said that they have devised a methodology to enable members of the committees to receive information regarding narcotics and illegal weapons being circulated in villages and also on persons engaging in illegal activities. The IGP added that some people are aware of real information but operate to divulge them in fear of their lives. He further requested the informants to have confidence on the police. Minister of Public Security Tiran Alla said that his sole objective is to rescue all citizens from narcotics and the underworld. He added, as he has no other intentions, called upon all to forget about party, religion and racial divisions to liberate the country from these menaces.
Acting Minister of Finance Ranjit Siyambalapitiya says 50% of the compact allowance increases through the budget for police officials will be provided in the beginning of next week. He was addressing a media briefing in Ruanwala today. Acting Minister of Finance Ranjit Siyambalapitiya said that it has been stipulated in the budget proposals that an adequate allowance should have been provided to the police officials in addition to 10,000 rupees salary increase. The allowance on travel, food and lodgings for junior employees has been increased to 28,800 rupees from 17,000 rupees. The increasing allowance is applicable for police inspector and higher ranks. The acting minister further said that this was an exceptional relief extended upon police officials. He has pledged to provide at least 50% of the increased amount of the allowance from the beginning of next week. A group of representatives, including a leader of the National People's Power, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, has returned to the island after ending a tour in India today. Anura Kumara Dissanayake, upon arrival at the special guests terminal at the Kadunayake airport, has expressed opinion to the media. Leader of the National People's Power, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, said that meeting of a head of state of a certain country does not amount to be a reason to change their political or economic policies. He added that the belief that Sri Lanka could obtain many benefits from India, especially from the IT sector of that country. The NPP leader also said India is a country with a leading economy in the region and expressed hope that they would be able to receive assistance in accordance with the national plan and agenda of Sri Lanka. The country needs capital and technology for certain sectors. The island would have to engage in some transactions to open the markets. Anura Kumara Dissanayake also said Sri Lanka should not remain furthermore as an isolated state in the world and added that therefore their aim is to strengthen relations with other countries.
Vocational training programs of the National Apprenticeship and Industrial Training Authority on the district level are being presently conducted. A striking feature has been the appreciable increase in the number of female youth who have undergone training. They could be seen engaging in employment in the motor car mechanism field as well. The motor car mechanics course of NITA has especially become popular among school leavers. Upon 3 months of preliminary training, the course participants are being directed towards institutional training. The trainees are being accorded basic training in the fields including welding, motorcycle repairing and painting. The youth are being given the opportunity to select their source of employment according to their skills. They are being trained under the NBQ methodology. Thereafter, the trainees will be directed to an institution for practical training under continuous supervision. Young vocational trainees said that there is a lesser tendency among girls joining the field, but added that there is nothing wrong in joining the profession. They added that if a female youth had correctly mastered the activities in the field, they would be in a position to manage their own place of work or to engage in self-employment. Another program of the Suwa Udana Mobile Health Clinic organized by the Ministry of Health was held in Galle today.
Meanwhile, the 11th Friends Good Temperance National Awards presentation and finals of the Subanaruva competition was held in Ratnapura yesterday. It was organized by the Mituru Correctional Services Center. The Mituru Mituru Correction Service was inaugurated in 1987 in Rilhena, Palmadulla. During the 37 periods since inauguration, around 15,000 youth have been socialized upon successful rehabilitation. Currently, 3 Mituru Mituru centers are being effectively maintained. This one musical program has been organized with the objective of enhancing the aesthetic skills of the youth. 8 competitors have been selected for the finals after several stages of selections. In finals, the best singer and second and third place winners were chosen. Appreciation for the groups which have extended excellent services for the Mituru Mituru Forum and for the presentation of award on Good Temperance Excellence Award has also taken place. Venerable Kupiyavatte Bodanandathera, who had played a pioneering role in the formation of the Mituru Mituru Forum, Minister of Justice Vijayadasa Rajapaksa, Samaragama Provincial Governor Naveen Disanaik and Acting IGP Deshabandhu Tennakoon have also participated in the meeting.
Another program of the Suodana Mobile Health Clinic organized by the Ministry of Health was held in Galle today under the leadership of Minister Ramesh Pathirana. The event was held in Dorape, Sri Paramananda Viharaya in Imaduwa, Galle. The mobile health clinic was engaged in detection of diseases, treatment and direction of patients to general hospitals who are in need of further treatment. The medical and health staff of the Colombo National Hospital as well as officials of the Office of the Medical Officer of Health Imaduwa have taken part in the program. Minister Ramesh Pathirana said that they are dealing with financial allocations. Monies had not been set aside in large proportions in the previous years.
Now for a few more local items in brief. A person had snatched a revolver from a police sergeant on duty at the Malvatlu Hiripiti station and shot the officer using the same gun. The suspect was reported to have carried out the shooting when the 3-wheeler in which he was travelling was halted by the officer on night duty and engaged in inspection. The injured police sergeant was admitted to the Gampaha General Hospital and later on transferred to the Colombo National Hospital. Police investigations are being conducted in search of the suspects. The Dakshina Mehevara mobile service has gotten underway today under the instructions of the Southern Province Governor Willie Gamage. The mobile service was conducted at the Nilwala River Park in Mathura. It has dealt with many issues including resolution of land disputes, provision of driver's licenses, conducting of health clinics, guidance on social services and vocational activities as well as on self-improvement. Meanwhile, a wild elephant was killed and another was injured in collision with a train in Talpatkand in Habaruna around 8:30 this morning. A wild elephant was killed after being caught in a power cable erected across cultivated land in Puliyankulama in Vaunia. A post-mortem was conducted on the elephant of around 30 years old by the officials of the Vaunia Wildlife Office. A ceremony to commemorate the 76th National Independence Day of Sri Lanka was held in Paris City, France. It was organized by the Sri Lankan Embassy in France. Chief Sanganayaka of France, Venerable Paravahare Chandaratna Thera, had performed religious rites at the ceremony, which was attended by the Sri Lankan community in France. Sri Lanka Ambassador in France and Sri Lanka's permanent representative in the UNESCO, Manish Gunasekara, and other embassy staff have also attended the event.
The United National Party Gampaha Electorate Conference was conducted with the participation of a large number of party representatives and activists today. It was held at the Gampaha Municipal Council Hall in Yakkala. The event was attended by General Secretary of the UNP Rangi Bandara, Deputy Leader of the Party Ruwan Wijewardena, Akila Viraj Karivasam, Ashu Marasinghe, Director General of Presidential Trade Union Saman Ratnapriya and other party members. At the meeting, a proposal relating to the presenting of President Ranil Wickremesinghe as the party as well as common candidate in the forthcoming presidential election was unanimously approved. General Secretary of the UNP, Rangde Bandara, said that the President has shouldered the burden at a difficult stage. He further said that leader of their party, President Ranil Wickremesinghe, has rescued the masses of the crisis in a manner for the people to lead a life and for the maintenance of the economy. He further said that, however, this was not enough. The President should be given the opportunity to build a country where people could feel the benefits of development and a vision acceptable to the world and the country. Palithe Rangde Bandara also said only the leader of their party has the vision to do so. The President is calling upon all to join not with the intention of building his party, but for the sole purpose of building the nation. The General Secretary added that when the President was extending such an invitation, the opposition leader was lamenting over the harassments perpetrated on their group. He added that Sajid Premadasa is a person who is trying to become a leader by making such immature allegations. Parliamentarian Vajira Abewardene has questioned whether there is any person suitable to seek the support to become the president other than the current president. 225 parliamentarians went into hiding and their houses were smashed. He has recalled that it was in the Gampha district that member Attukorala was assaulted to death. The parliamentarian further said that if the voters make any mistake again, they will have to go in search of a house of those who would become responsible for such errors.
China has celebrated the dawn of the new year, which is considered as the year of the dragon.
Colorful cultural events were organized in many parts of China and in the other countries of region where they interconnected with the Chinese culture. Sunetra Kumari of the national television is in Beijing and has sent a colorful news report on a mega cultural show in the capital of China.
The new worldwide Chinese community have welcomed the dawn of the new year with an extremely enchanting concept that was the Spring Arts and Cultural Gala, which is a collective creation of the Chinese media. The cultural event in Beijing was represented by various artist groups and performers.
In the meantime, Islamic Republic of Iran has celebrated its 45th anniversary, marking the establishment of Islamic-based governing in the Persian Gulf nation. A special ceremony was held in Colombo to mark the National Day of Iran yesterday. The Iranian National Day event was organized by the Embassy of Iran in Sri Lanka.
To a cake cutting ceremony, I would like Islamic Iran has based its foreign policy on maintaining balanced and comprehensive relations with friendly countries and on the principle of neither west nor east. During these days, the Islamic Republic of Iran has persistently insisted on adhering to the fundamental principles of its foreign policy, which is the mutual respect to friendly governments and nations. The foreign policy of the Islamic Republic of Iran has been defined under two axes: the policy of the economy of resistance and the policy of stability and security in the region and international system. These two principles have become the basis of expanding and strengthening relations with neighboring as well as friendly countries. In line with this, the Islamic Republic of Iran considers constructive interactions as well as bilateral and multilateral cooperation with friendly countries in the fight against terrorism, extremism, and drug trafficking as the main priorities. The impressive technological advancement of the Islamic Republic of Iran and the significant development in scientific and industrial activities by Iranian knowledge-based companies have created an opportunity for fostering stronger Iran-Sri Lanka relations, enabling Iranian hardware and software industries to establish a robust presence in Sri Lanka. I declare that my country is fully prepared to enhance relations in area of technology and industries between the two countries.
On behalf of His Excellency President Ranil Wickremesinghe, the government and the people of Sri Lanka, I wish to convey sincere greetings and best wishes to His Excellency Dr. Syed Ibrahim Raisi, the President and the government and the friendly people of the Islamic Republic of Iran. In the modern era, Sri Lanka and the Islamic Republic of Iran established formal diplomatic relations in 1962 with the opening of a resident diplomatic mission in Colombo and the Sri Lankan embassy in Tehran. The bonds of friendship between our two countries have been further cemented. Our economic ties have grown significantly with Iran, being a major buyer of Ceylon tea and spices. Our economic relations have been strengthened with the establishment of a joint commission on trade and a mechanism for bilateral consultations between the foreign ministries of both countries. Iran has also extended financial assistance as well as technical inputs for the construction of Umayya multi-purpose development project. The high-level visits and meetings between our leaders reflects the cordial ties. President Ranil Wickremesinghe met with the President of Iran, His Excellency Syed Ibrahim Raisi, in September last year, and Foreign Minister Ali Sabri also visited Tehran last year. We are looking forward to the visit of the Foreign Minister of Iran to Sri Lanka in near future. Reflecting the very solid bilateral relations, I wish to place on record our appreciation for the support extended by the government of Iran to the debt restructuring process of Sri Lanka following the economic crisis last year. Our two countries continue to work closely in multilateral and regional fora, particularly at the United Nations and as members of the Indian Ocean Association.
Well, that's it on local stories. We'll be back with news overseas.
என்ன பாத்துக்கத்தான் ஆட்கள் இருக்காங்களே.
ஆனா என்னோட அம்மா பாத்துக்க வேண்டியது நான் தானே.
உன்னதமான இலக்குகளை மனதில் கொண்டு நீங்கள் எடுக்கும் சரியான முடிவுகள் உங்களை
Welcome back. We move on to news overseas now. Pakistan faces a period of deal-making after election results showed no clear majority.
As final results still trickle in, independent candidates loyal to jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan defied expectations to take the lead. Both Khan and his main rival, former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, declare victory in the election. The election was marred by violence by armed groups and a widely criticized suspension of mobile phone services that prompted accusations of political engineering. Results are still not in for 10 out of 265 seats contested in the election, some 48 hours after the polls closed. According to the latest tally posted on the Election Commission's website, independent candidates had won 100 seats, well ahead of the 72 seats secured by the Pakistan Muslim League in second position and the Pakistan People's Party 54. The vast majority of the independent candidates are backed by Imran Khan's PTI.
At least 7 people have been killed in an overnight Russian drone attack that hit a petrol station in the northeastern city of Kharkiv. Regional officials said the drones caused large fires in a residential area in the east of the city. The Ukrainian officials said that 5 members of one family, including a baby and 2 children, were among the victims. Russia's military has made no public comments on the reported strikes. Kharkiv mayor said the Russian aggressor is ruining the city in a video message from the scene. He further added the 3 children aged 7, 4 and 7 months were killed alongside their parents when their home caught fire late yesterday. A couple aged 66 and 65 died in another house that was set ablaze and 3 other people were reported wounded. The house caught fire after 3 drones hit a petrol station in the district, and Ukraine's state emergency service said 50 people were rescued from the fire, but more than a dozen houses were completely destroyed. 1 man was reported injured in Ukraine's southern city of Odessa in the separate Russian drone attack.
Happy Valentine's Day! Prima Kotomi! Stay safe and share the hot and spicy love.
Sri Lanka has won by 42 runs in a one-day match against Afghanistan. A notable feature of this match was Pathum Nissanka's recording a double century. This was the first occasion of a batsman scoring a double century for the Sri Lankan team in a one-day encounter.
The match was played at the Palakkale International Cricket Stadium. The Afghanistan team, after winning the toss, has allowed the Sri Lankan team to bat first. Accordingly, Pathum Nissanka and Avishka Fernando have opened the Sri Lankan innings and built a 182-run partnership for the opening wicket. The first wicket fell when Avishka was out for 88 runs. Kusal Mendis has scored 16 runs. The earlier record of a Sri Lankan batsman scoring the highest run in a one-day match was established in the year 2000 when Sanat Jayasuriya had scored 189 runs against the Indian team. Today's match, Sri Lanka has scored 381 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in 50 overs. This was the 3rd highest score recorded by any team in the Palakkale Stadium. Similarly, it was also the 3rd fastest double century scored by a batsman in a one-day fixture.
He goes past Sanat Jayasuriya, another. He turns it into a double 100 and it goes into the direction of the wind. So he catches it with a boundary.
And even at that stage, he's not taking any chances. He's still working out where his shots are. That shorter one. This time he goes the other way. And he gets a 6. Gets it on the offside. It's front of square. Gurbaz again. They beat him to his left. They beat him to his right. 381 for 3. Pathum Nissanka unbeaten on 210.
Chasing victory was opened by Rahman, the Afghan opening batsman, to settle down in the crease and to score the runs. The first 5 wickets of the Afghan team fell for 55 runs. Thereafter, Asmatullah Omar Sai and Mohammad Nabi have maintained a 242-run partnership for the 6th wicket. The 6th wicket fell when Mohammad Nabi was dismissed for 139 runs. This batting partnership is the second best partnership for the 6th wicket in a one-day match. It was also the second highest run relationship for any wicket by any 2 Afghanistan batsmen. This partnership has also been recorded as the maintenance of highest runs between 2 batsmen whose team had become the losers in a one-day match. The Afghanistan team has scored 339 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in 50 overs. Asmatullah Omar Sai had remained unbeaten with 149 runs. Pramod Madhushan of the Sri Lankan team has recorded the impressive bowling figures by capturing 4 wickets. Man of the match was Pathum Nissanka.
His wickets early. And then his 4th in his last spell, which has given Sri Lanka a victory. It's more in relief that the Sri Lankans look around and celebrate.
Former super cricketer Sanath Jayasuriya has extended his congratulations to Pathum Nissanka, who scored a double century via his Twitter account. Pathum Nissanka, in response, has expressed his gratitude to Sanath Jayasuriya through a Twitter note for the cooperation and guidance extended to him. In his Twitter message, Pathum Nissanka has also stated that the 189 runs secured by Sanath Jayasuriya would always remain as the best one-day inning by a Sri Lankan batsman.
Happy Valentine's Day, Prima Kotumi. Stay safe and share the hot and spicy love.
And that concludes your news bulletin for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow as well with the very latest, together with Sharifa and Prashant. Good night.
Good night.